Get ready, BuzzCast is live, and we're diving headfirst into the biggest stories shaping our world. First, we're tackling the fascinating social dynamics behind papal elections and how network influence might have played a role in the selection of Pope Leo XIV. Could a deep dive into social connections have predicted the next pontiff? Then, the incredible and tragic story of Charlie Kirk's enduring influence. His social media presence has exploded exponentially since his passing, with millions flocking to his accounts. We're exploring how his voice is resonating louder than ever and what it means for the conservative movement. We're also shifting gears to the tech world with Imagen Network's groundbreaking integration of Grok intelligence. Discover how this AI is set to revolutionize creator engagement and community interaction, offering real-time personalization and smarter content discovery. And finally, a potential game changer in international tech policy, the US announcing a framework deal with China regarding TikTok. Could this avert a ban and reshape the future of the popular app? Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Subscribe and hit that bell. The papacy's network effect, how social ties elect a pope. Ever wondered what really goes into choosing a pope? It's a process unlike any other, and for many cardinal electors, especially the newer ones, it's a dive into a world of complex social dynamics they've never experienced before. Think about it. A fixed group of voters, repeatedly casting ballots for one of their own, striving for a two-thirds majority, a far cry from the single-ballot elections we're used to. This unique environment, it turns out, matters profoundly from a social psychological standpoint. Leading up to the recent election of Pope Leo XIV, many observers, myself included, assumed an American cardinal wouldn't be chosen for the global church, especially given concerns about consolidating religious authority with geopolitical power. When a supporter of Cardinal Prevost confidently stated he had the votes, I dismissed it as mere rumor. In retrospect, I misunderstood. It wasn't about having votes secured, but about recognizing a clear, short pathway to the papacy. A forthcoming assessment by 3 Italian social network analysts delves into the pre-conclave relationships and reveals why Cardinal Prevost's election might have been anticipated. Their focus is on network influence, and by their measures, Prevost ranked highest. They also correctly identified other key figures like Cardinals Parolin, Tagle, Erdo, Aveline, and Zuppi due to their network centrality. But influence isn't one-dimensional. Cardinal Gretsch, despite not topping the charts in status, mediation power, or coalition-building capacity, still garnered attention and votes. His strategy, compensating with extensive travel, personal interactions, and leveraging his role as head of the synod on synodality. While network analysis highlights connections, it can't fully capture personal perceptions or individual thoughts. This analytical approach might raise eyebrows for some Catholics, as papal elections are deeply spiritual discernment processes guided by prayer and the Holy Spirit. However, as Pope Benedict XVI noted, the Holy Spirit doesn't pick popes directly but safeguards the Church. The electors are human, influenced by personalities, social dynamics, and everyday human interactions. They form friendships, harbor doubts, trust some brothers more than others. The conclave amplifies these human elements with its immense gravity and anxiety. Who can they confide in? Who will invite them to dinner for crucial discussions? How can they get answers without appearing uninformed? These are all natural human concerns that underscore the need for prayer. Leading up to the May conclave, there was a palpable sense of unfamiliarity among the cardinal electors, with common refrains about taking our time. More frequent consistories, where all cardinals could dialogue with each other and the Pope, could have mitigated this. However, Pope Francis hadn't convened a significant consistory in a decade, leading to a prevalence of weaker ties among the cardinals. Yet even weak ties are significant. The strength of weak ties theory, well established in social network research and echoed in the new Italian study, applies here. These weaker connections, relationships outside a cardinal's immediate circle, can be crucial for accessing new information, expanding reach, and bridging divides. Every elected pope has had a ground game, even if unintentional, with cardinal friends advocating for them. A simple gesture, like a cardinal friend whispering, "Think about Bergoglio" in 2013, illustrates how a weak tie can plant a powerful idea. Ultimately, while the Italian trio study is comprehensive, it's no more explanatory of Prevost's election than a more focused analysis of overlapping dicastery memberships. The analysts made some missteps in categorizing cardinals by ideology, mislabeling some as liberal or moderate. Their network measures also missed crucial personal dynamics. Cardinal Sarah, for instance, despite high status, lacked support from his African peers and was seen as too old. Cardinal Fernandez, while high in status, didn't command wide respect. Giovanni Sadwo's simpler count of curial positions proved more insightful. Cardinal Prevost held 11, heading a major one, indicating broad familiarity within the Roman curia. This familiarity, coupled with positive impressions made quickly, proved advantageous. Pope Francis's tendency to delegate heavily to a trusted few, like Prevost, also inadvertently favored curial cardinals who formed a significant portion of the papabile. In Conclave 2025, Cardinals Parolin and Erdo received substantial votes, but neither reached the necessary threshold. A significant portion of their supporters likely gravitated towards Cardinal Prevost, who reportedly secured over 100 votes. The speed of the conclave itself, driven by exhaustion, indifference, and momentum, also played a critical role. The bandwagon effect, where electors gravitate towards a perceived frontrunner, was evident, accelerating the process once momentum built. Ultimately, while personal traits like character and likability matter, the observed vote count proved the dominant factor. The growth rate of votes between ballots, particularly between the first and second, was decisive, mirroring patterns in previous conclaves. Pope Leo XIV, it seems, possessed the right blend of personal appeal and strategic positioning, amplified by the unique social dynamics of a papal election. But what happens when a powerful voice is silenced? We're about to explore the explosive aftermath of Charlie Kirk's passing. Charlie Kirk's digital echo, a posthumous surge in influence. Tragedy struck, but the voice of Charlie Kirk is resonating louder than ever, amplified across the digital landscape. In the wake of his untimely death, his widow and countless supporters are witnessing a profound increase in his influence, with his social media accounts experiencing an unprecedented surge in followers and engagement. According to CNN, within a mere 3 days of his passing, Charlie Kirk's various social media platforms collectively gained millions of new followers. Videos showcasing his political arguments, staunch support for President Trump, and advocacy for conservative priorities are not only racking up views, but are being actively shared by a rapidly growing fanbase. His widow, Erica, shared her hope that "my husband's voice will endure, and it will sound louder and clearer than ever, and his wisdom will endure." The digital footprint of Turning Point USA, the organization Kirk co-founded, is also expanding dramatically, reflecting heightened audience interest. His main Instagram account alone added approximately 3.5 million followers post-death. The podcast's TikTok account saw an influx of over 1.5 million new followers, and the primary Facebook page grew by more than 2.3 million. On YouTube, the main channel has now surpassed 4.5 million subscribers, a significant jump from its previous 3.8 million. Similarly, Turning Point USA's YouTube audience expanded to 3.6 million subscribers from 3.3 million. While Kirk's accounts were largely inactive following his death, data from Social Blade indicates a sharp spike in views and likes across existing content since midweek. Notably, a live stream on the main YouTube channel featuring Erica Kirk garnered over 3.1 million views. Erica Kirk vowed to uphold his legacy, stating, "Charlie, I promise that your legacy will never die, my love, and I promise to make Turning Point USA the most remarkable cause this nation has ever seen." She confirmed that the planned school tour for the semester will proceed as scheduled, ensuring Kirk's initiatives continue. Videos highlighting Kirk's past campus interactions have drawn millions of new viewers. One particular video, Charlie Kirk delivers major setbacks at the University of California, San Diego, has achieved approximately 4 million views, a stark contrast to the 300,000 it had before the tragic event. The potential for grassroots growth is immense, with the sentiment that, if everyone who is currently pushing to establish a TPUSA chapter does this and carries it out, then chapters will appear in almost every city in America. The numbers we're seeing on our side are unreal. This phenomenon underscores the powerful and lasting impact of a dedicated online presence and a resonant message. From enduring digital legacies to cutting-edge AI, we're diving into the future of online engagement next. Imagen Network's AI leap. Grok intelligence powers real-time creator engagement. In a significant move for the decentralized social platform landscape, Imagen Network, Image, has announced the integration of Grok intelligence, a development poised to redefine real-time creator engagement and community interaction. This strategic integration empowers creators by providing adaptive AI tools designed for smarter digital engagement. By leveraging Grok, Imagen Network aims to offer enhanced personalization and context-driven discovery mechanisms that dynamically evolve with community interactions. This means creators can connect with their audiences more effectively through smarter feed curation, dynamic personalization features, and context-aware recommendations, ensuring content is not only relevant, but delivered at the most opportune moment. The core of this advancement lies in its ability to deliver timely and relevant content while reinforcing transparency within decentralized ecosystems. Imagen Network's mission to fuse AI with blockchain technology is further realized through this integration, building a scalable, adaptive, and fundamentally user-first platform. It represents a crucial step forward in establishing an infrastructure where both creators and their communities can thrive through genuine, meaningful engagement. The impact of Grok's intelligence extends to improved audience discovery, allowing users to find content and communities that truly resonate with their interests. This is achieved through sophisticated algorithms that learn and adapt, providing a more personalized and engaging user experience than ever before. For creators, this translates to a more dedicated and responsive audience, fostering stronger community bonds and facilitating growth. About Imagen Network, Image. Imagen Network is at the forefront of developing decentralized AI-driven platforms. Its focus is on enhancing social ecosystems through adaptive personalization, robust blockchain interoperability, and dedicated creator empowerment. By merging advanced intelligent tools with a scalable infrastructure, Imagen delivers transparent and meaningful engagement for the burgeoning Web3 communities. But will this AI revolution extend to the global stage? We're turning to a potential deal that could save a massive social media app. US and China forge framework deal for TikTok amidst ban deadline. In a dramatic turn of events, the United States has announced a framework agreement with China aimed at resolving the contentious dispute over the popular social media app, TikTok. This development comes just as a critical deadline loomed for the Chinese-owned platform to either be sold or face a potential ban in the US. President Donald Trump himself hinted at the breakthrough in a social media post, stating that a deal had been reached with a certain company that young people in our country very much wanted to save. He further indicated a planned conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping to finalize the agreement. The announcement followed 2 days of intensive talks in Madrid between U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng, discussions that also encompassed the broader U.S.-China trade disputes. "We have a framework for a TikTok deal," Bessent confirmed to reporters, emphasizing that Trump and Xi would speak to complete the agreement. TikTok is owned by the China-based internet company ByteDance. The looming deadline was set by a federal law requiring TikTok's sale or ban on national security grounds, originally scheduled to take effect just before President Trump's inauguration on January 20th. However, Trump, whose 2024 campaign heavily utilized social media and who expressed fondness for TikTok, had previously put the ban on pause, extending the divestment deadline by 90 days in mid-June. Interestingly, Trump's stance on TikTok has evolved. After initially supporting a ban or divestment, he reversed his position, pledging to defend the platform, which boasts nearly 2 billion global users, after concluding it played a role in energizing young voters during the election. Beijing's Ministry of Commerce has urged Washington to engage in mutual respect and equal consultations to resolve concerns and find a solution. The Madrid talks also addressed Trump's threats of imposing steep tariffs on Chinese imports, a move that had previously led to escalated trade tensions and snarled supply chains. While both governments had agreed to lower punitive tariffs, that temporary truce is set to expire in November. The U.S.-China trade relationship remains tense, with Washington accusing Beijing of violating agreements and hindering export license approvals for crucial rare earth materials, which China dominates in production. Adding to the complex geopolitical landscape, China recently launched investigations into the U.S. semiconductor sector, including an anti-dumping probe into integrated circuit chips and an inquiry into alleged discrimination against the Chinese chip sector. China also announced an investigation into U.S. chip giant NVIDIA for antitrust violations. These actions highlight the intense competition between the U.S. and China for supremacy in the critical semiconductor field. From papal politics to digital empires, we've covered a lot of ground today. But before you go, let's do a quick recap. And that's a wrap on today's BuzzCast. We explored the intricate social dynamics behind Pope Leo XIV's election, witnessed Charlie Kirk's posthumous social media explosion, saw Imagen Network integrate Grok for enhanced creator engagement, and broke down the potential US-China framework deal for TikTok. Don't miss out on future deep dives. Smash that like button, subscribe to BuzzCast, ring the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for more exclusive content,